Hello, how are you? Hopefully you're having the good time, and in today's video I will cover the CountIFS if S statement. So what is this? The new function is. So this new function basically does the count, but based you can put some filtering criteria on your data set to say, okay, I only want to count these. And to showcase this, I have this data set which is on the year, items and the amount. But the important thing is I will cover this 5 and 6 use cases here. For example, I will on the numeric side, I will showcase, okay, give me the count when the year is 2011, a specific case where it's greater than, if it's between, whether it's greater than 2011 and less than 2020, or what happen if it's the item in the list and I want to does the count on that one. So that will be helpful. Wildcard, if I want to perform the count based on the wildcard and the item starting, or yes, like for example C. And what happen if I want to update my count based on if the new record comes here, right? I don't want to go and update it. So that's it. So that's the agenda. I think it will cover the whole use cases. So let's get started without further delay. Okay, let me put myself away so you can see. So as you can see on the the function syntax, right? Let's see, understand this function syntax. Basically what it says, it will take the range and then based on the range you just do the count, right? Okay, that I want something like that. Okay, so basically you give the whole range and then you put the where clause, just like in SQL, or like a filter that, okay, from this range I want this or this and this, right? And I will showcase to you, and pretty much you can give that if condition like 127 times. So that's pretty much enough for the real scenario to work with. Okay, so let's get started. So for the first one, if let me put myself back, maybe I'll, okay, so for the first one I put a equal sign and then I'll write the function ifs open bracket and say, okay, I want a count when the year is 2011. Okay, so I'll select the whole range and then I'll say, okay, now with the whole range, I don't want the count for the whole range, but I want the count for the year only, right? So I'll put this as an equal sign and say 2011 and then close. So that's what my criteria is, and then close the bracket, right? Easy enough. And then enter. So you can see I got 3 as a count. Similarly, if I want to do the greater than greater than 2011, then pretty much basically I'll just copy paste from above. So again, I'll call, to save time, I write the function, select the range, but rather than doing the equal this time, I'll say I want greater than 2011, right? So that's what it's asking, and put the enter. So I got 6 record. So for sure I have total 9, and 9 minus 3 is 6, which is the correct count. The third case is, which we say, okay, I want a selected data set, right? I want greater than 2011 but less than 2020, right? So how should I do that? So that's a little bit tricky, right? Scenarios. Okay, so for this case, okay, so I can simply copy for the first case from the above, right? Because that's one case satisfied, because I have greater than 2011. So I'll write this function. Okay, so I got this one. So rather than closing the bracket, I'll come put a comma here, and then because I want less than 2020, so what I'll do, I'll select the range again, right? And this time I say, okay, give me that less than 2020. So I'll open this up and sorry, less than 2020 and close the bracket and close it, right? And enter. So I got my number as 4, right? So basically I got these 4 record as a 4 count, which is not this one, not these ones, right? So this is on the numeric side. Now let's take the example from the list. Okay, so what will happen when my year is less than 2020? So basically this is my year, right? Less than 2020, but my item is only bread and donut, right? This one, I don't want to count anything like cookies, cake and peas. This is a little bit complex case. So let's say how to handle this. So if I do this as an equal sign, so what will happen, I'll do a CountIFS. First case I think is pretty straightforward. Maybe you know how to do. I'll select this one and then I'll say, okay, I want something less than year 2020, right? The next case is for the items. Now I want something from the items. So I select the items columns, and here I need to put a bracket, right? And then put items underneath the bracket, open the braces, and I'll say, okay, give me bread, DONUTS. Just a minute, I think I have to put it inside and this outside, and close this, right? And if I put enter, so I just want to show here. So what will happen for each items, it's showing that for a bread it is a count 2, and for the donuts it's count 2 as well. So that's why I got these two items. I just want to showcase to you. So this is a two-step process. So what will happen, so first thing you need to understand this, right? So the list you put in the braces. If I have more, I can put in the brackets, and the brackets are not in the parentheses. So this is only the items in that parenthesis. Okay, what will happen, I have to put here as a sum, right? And close it, the sum as well. So the each count I will sum it up, and then now I press, so it will come as a 4, right? Because if you notice here, if I filter this out just to showcase, right? So actually I have this data, right? So less than 2020, this data, but in this data I have 2 bread, 1 and 2, plus 2 donuts, 1 and 2, this donut, right? This is my data. So total 4 items. So just make sure when you have something in the list, you put it under the sum, and then you will get as a 1 number. Otherwise you will get, if you want individual numbers, then that's fine, you don't have to do that, and you'll get the first number for bread and second for a donut. Okay, now the another case is, rather than specify like a bread, donut and all, how about if I want to do as a wildcard, right? So for that one, again I will call the function CountIFS, and then I'll select the range. So this is my range because I want something start with C, right? Then I put a comma and open bracket. So if I want to start something by C, so I'll put a C here, and then just put a star and close the bracket, put a quotes and then close the bracket, something like this, right? And if I put a enter, and I got a value as a 4, right? As a 4 here, you see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 items, right? If I want to do a P, then you can practice it, but actually I'll show you. Now we have seen so many cases. Now the last case which I want to showcase here, let's say if something increase, right, the count increase, we get 1 more cake, or let's say 1 more bread. If you get more of these items, then these number will get changed. So the best thing is, I think, not only for this but for any functions, right, put in, if you can put this, if you select everything and then go to the home tab, and then you can do this format as a table, right? Select, and you can do select anything, but if you format as a table, yeah, my table has a header. Okay, now if you notice, even if I add any more values, right? For example, I don't have bread here. So if I put a bread here, 2020, right? And so you might notice this number is automatically change. Let me do with a C, right? Something with a C, so we can see this. This will change. So let's say cookies. Maybe let's say chocolate. CHOC. Right, so the moment you notice I put a CH here, it was before 4 and now it automatically update to 5. So that's what I would like to showcase to you. And so you don't have to go there and manually update each function. So pretty much I believe we have covered everything, which and give you the very strong base to cover most of the scenarios, and from here you can go to the next. If you want me to cover any other video, please put in the comments and give thumbs up. It will motivates me to create more video and more helps keep me motivated. Actually, that's what should I say more. Thank you for your time, and let me know if you want me to cover any other video. Bye for now.